Welcome back to another video. In today's episode, I will be talking about my baseball career back, well, I guess you could say my ex-career, because I used to be pretty good at baseball up until a point in time. But anyway, I started my baseball career around maybe the first or maybe late kindergarten. It wasn't too long, because I hadn't really known what baseball was. I wasn't really introduced to any sports. Wrestling, I was introduced later, like 6th grade, because, well, you guys watch that video if you guys want. I wonder if there's anything I could do. And my mom says, "Well, why not play baseball? You like playing baseball with your brothers, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. What do you do?" And I signed up for something called T-ball since they didn't have any baseball leagues for the young children yet, I guess you can say. And T-ball, for those of you who don't know, is essentially where you have like a pedestal of sorts. I'm not sure what to call it, a stand which holds the baseball or tennis ball. What is this? What is this nerd doing? Die! Sorry, this guy, he's distracting me. Uh, but essentially, it's where a ball is being held on a stand, and you're meant to hit it, and there's no really pitcher. It's just everything that baseball is, but without the pitchers. I ended up joining a team called the Cubs, and I believe my coach was, I won't reveal the full name just for classified reasons, but I'll just say Miss Jen. Let's just say that. Let's just call her that. So Miss Jen was a really nice coach, and she ended up being the mom of one of the kids on the team. We were pretty good friends for the whole season, I guess. The whole season being like a couple weeks, really. It felt like forever because, well, that's just how everything it feels like as a child. So anyway, and I ended up becoming very good friends with the coach's kid, and so that kind of, I'm pretty sure they got me up higher on their list, of favorites or whatnot. But I wasn't trying to be favorited. I just found ourselves really common with each other. We found some common ground. There was no real pitchers. We just hit the ball off the stand, and that's kind of it. Except T-ball's just for little kids, and since they didn't have, uh, I guess they didn't have like other leagues for tiny kids. That's just what they call it. I know this is not my kid, guys. This guy's just really irritating me. Oh, I got his toes. Die. He's running. He's almost dead. Die. Ha ha ha. GG. In the first couple practices, they were alright. Alright, I'm not going to remember much. Like, the season wasn't that long, so the practices weren't long as either. They're probably like an hour and a half, but like I said earlier, it just feels like the world is ending if you're waiting in the hot sun. Because it was around, like, summer here, so it's going to be a little hotter than usual. But, other than that, I don't feel like I complained too much. I had fun with all the playing baseball, but I was a really good batter. I don't know why. I played really well at batting, and I played really well at first and third base. Second base wasn't really my strong suit, but I really don't know why. But third base was probably my favorite place to play at because it was just like you could see them coming. Like you know when they're gonna come. Like they can either run from second place or stay, and depending on who's at first, they have to go or not. So third kind of gives you the ultimate advantage, but also all the pressure because third is right before home. Everyone's eyes are on you. It's like, don't let him get it. Don't. No, 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 no. Don't let him to the home base. Kind of that kind of feeling. But I honestly have no idea what is up with parents being coaches on baseball teams. Like my next team, a couple years later, the head coach was some of the Giants. I believe was one of my. I had another friend. He was the dad of one of my friends at the baseball team. And I'm just like, what is going on here? Like everybody I know, is everybody's dad a baseball coach or something? Is everybody mom a softball coach, or what is going on here? I wrapped my head around it, and I was just, we played a really good year. This one is actually a little difficult. I believe there was one thing I wanted to mention. So I was also a really good hitter, and coach was like, I'm putting you up the bat because you were really good at batting, which I'm not denying. But this was like the first year they introduced mechanical pitchers. So like instead of having a tee plate or like a stand for the tee ball to sit on or something like that, you would get a pitcher, a mechanical pitcher, which would absolutely destroy my shins. I don't know what would happen. Like, if I missed the ball, it would hit my shins or my hands, and both would be bruised by the end of the game. I don't know why. But it was just annoying to deal with, and I did not like it. I rather prefer the T stand over the ball, or the ball pitcher, the mechanical. It's not even like a human. It didn't take too long for me to understand and comprehend why. What is this man doing? What are you doing? Can you type in chat? Is he like gonna try and get like content? You know what? Fine. I too can play at that game. All right. Do you really want to do this? I'm warning you. I don't think you want to do this. I don't think you want to do this, mate. But it didn't take too long for me to realize that the mechanical pitcher is not that hard to deal with. I mean, I'm gonna have to learn how to bat a real pitcher soon. So, I mean, I guess the mechanical stage is just like the beginning stages. But first game arrives, and no, I don't feel like waiting. I have places to be, people to see, you know what I mean? You know? I bet he's getting his hacked client on. He's just like, okay, this guy's actually good. Let's turn on our Meteor client. Let's turn on our cracked client. All right, you got 10 seconds, mate. He's gone AFK to use the bathroom. Oh, okay. I was right. I was right. Hacks. First game came up, and I was finally in like a little league. So I was actually fighting against people, or not fighting, but actually playing against, well, people who knew what they were doing instead of, you know, crawling in the mud, you know, putting dirt in their mouths and whatnot. I don't think they did that, but that's just something that I said. But he's like, all right, my son's going up, and we're going to call some John. And John goes up first. He bats. He gets to second base, I believe. It wasn't that much of a deal, but he did get like a pretty far hit. And then second goes up, and they got struck out. Three strikes and you're out. For those who don't know, if you miss 3 balls, then you're out. But essentially, and then I just waited my turn. I was around 5th or 6th in line since my name was kind of relatively down the list. But it just so happens that this spring morning was absolutely cold. And when you're wearing a baseball uniform, which is practically just a layer of cloth, you know, woven together like cloth is, it doesn't really it doesn't really do its job at retaining body heat. Yeah, and let alone the gloves, I could not even wrap my fingers around the bat because it was just that cold. And when I got up to bat, I missed the first and second ball, but like most people say, third time's a luck charm. And so third time, I swing at the ball, or the pitcher, the metallic pitcher. I was able to get a home run. My team was just like, yeah, let's go. You know, like they were saying, let's go Snow. You know, okay, this guy is just crit spamming me out. He's definitely low, I can tell. But essentially, I got a home run, and that's actually 2 free points. No, around 3 points, because we had 3 people on each base at the time. Myself, and then we had 2 other people, 1 on third base and 1 on first. So that was 3 points for everyone. So that brought us up into the lead for a long, and we ended up winning that game, which I felt pretty proud of. And I don't think that was the only time I went off the bat, but I can't remember everything. But we ended up going the whole season practically undefeated, and we got a pizza party then, because our coach is like, if you want a pizza party, you know, he made a deal with us at the beginning of the year. He's like, you want a pizza party? I'll pay for it out of pocket if we get undefeated this year. And let me tell you, it was 100% worth it. We got, I can't remember what the pizza was called, but it was really good, and we had sundaes to go along with it. And I was really appreciative, because my mom did not really like buying ice cream after baseball games. It was just too expensive for actually doing something. My viewers are getting bored. They're getting bored of me beating up people. Get your sword. They're bored of me beating up people who are not willing to fight. Come on, hit me. Yep, that's what I was saying. Come on, hit me again. Oh. Alright, he's just backstraping at this point. but that's essentially my second best year of baseball. And it wasn't until my last years of baseball that really like I kind of hated. I kind of hated my last year's baseball because not only did we introduce real pitchers, I was actually fine with that. I was comfortable with having pitchers, but I was training really well at practice, and coach is like, "Yeah, you're doing really well." And I kid you not, every game that we would do, all right, every game that we go to, the pitcher, it doesn't matter what team, the pitcher would always throw the ball at my knuckles. And so I'm out of sprint. All right. But they would always call me the walker because I would get, if you get hit with a ball in baseball, like 3 times, you get something called a walk, which basically gives you the right of way to walk to first base, just like I'm walking right here. But I got hit with the ball so many times in every game that I got called the walker by my team. I can't really tell if it was an insult or like some sort of friendly joke. So if you guys remember towards the beginning of my baseball career, I said that I made a friend with one of the coach's sons. All right, and the son was, let's just call him Chris, just for whatever. But just for reference. But Chris, I was really good friends with him up until this year because he was also like joining in on the fun. He's like, he also made fun of me at one point. I don't know why. I felt kind of betrayed, backstabbed. I felt it just agony. It's not funny. But anyway, that is going to be the end of the baseball commentary. So if you guys enjoy these videos and want to see more commentary videos like this, well then feel free to hit that like button and leave a subscription down there, as we're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers, which it's a pretty big goal from what we are right now, but I feel like that it's relatively possible if we get it within like the next year. But anyway, we'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye bye.